Hi, I'm Jeffrey Stiefel. I'm the executive producer of Lord of the Rings Online, and today we're going to talk about monsters in Middle-earth. One of the great things about Middle-earth that Tolkien created for us is a rich landscape full of really interesting and exciting monsters. He created all kinds of creatures that have history and depth to them. They're not these kind of faceless creatures. For example, the orc, the fact that orcs eventually became Uruk-hai, and that there's a whole different kind of class caste system for the orcs. The fact that you have the Ents, which are these living trees that have sort of grown out of the ancient forests in Middle-earth. Another example is the warg, which is really just a type of very fierce wolf, but he created a wolf that was sentient, that could talk. When we focus on the game itself and how these creatures are actually in the world that you're going to interact with, we've spent just as much time on how these creatures behave and how they're a part of gameplay and combat as we have on what they look like, whether they fit into the world. So for example, you'll encounter goblins in the world, and some of those goblins will have fireballs over their heads that they'll throw at you repeatedly. You might encounter a different type of goblin who looks very similar to the one that you've just encountered, but he's a different class, and he may be attacking you by throwing spears at you, for example. And then you have other types of goblins based on melee who will get into hand-in-hand combat with you. We've taken all of Tolkien's bestiary, grown it, following the rule set of Middle-earth that has been laid out for us by Professor Tolkien, and we've created this rich texture of all the monsters and creatures that you're going to be encountering in this dangerous place called Middle-earth during the War of the Ring. So that's just a quick overview of how our monsters have been created and the kinds of things that you'll encounter in Lord of the Rings Online.